live on YouTube. Did you see? Did you see now?
If that's what you want to do, Zoom is the best, to tell you the truth.
But when we spoke, you weren't telling me that it's StreamYard. That was
I was asking what you want. What is it you want to do?
Yeah, I was saying that to do live and then to.
So if you are planning to you see right now, if you go on your other device, we are live on Zoom now.
Okay.
Okay.
What about Facebook? Facebook, not only on YouTube.
Hold on. Let me take the live. No, so I was asking you what is it that you want to do?
I said you're hosting a people on the
So I was saying the best thing for you to use, if you're asking people to come on, sign up and everything, the best thing is for you to use Zoom. Then, like for instance, right now, if you look on the screen now, we are live on YouTube.
Yes.
Right, we're live on YouTube. I can even go live on Facebook too at the same time.
Yes, that's what I want. It's on the Facebook.
So you should have, like, the people that registered, you should have them come on your Zoom. Then you will have your audience on YouTube, and then you have your audience on Facebook. And then if you want to share your screen, then I can easily share my screen, and I can now make you the host so that you can share your screen. So Zoom is better for that. But if you're just gonna have two people like with me and you did the last time, then you don't need Zoom. You can just use what do you call it? StreamYard.
Okay. I think what is going to happen is I'm going to, I didn't upgrade to page on my Zoom account. I'm still using the phone. I think this card will be better. So since I already log on to StreamYard, the only concern is how to. But on Facebook, there's a room where you can allow participants to also co-host.
No, right now, I can make you. Let me see if I can make you the host. Let me go. So now I can make you the host if I wanted to. So I can just go to your name and I can just make host. So you see now you are the host now. You see that?
Yeah.
Now you can share your screen.
Okay, but what I'm saying is this: if I just bring the person that is co-hosting with me, I just put him on Zoom. You can go ahead and do that.
He can. Once you are the host, you can share your screen.
No, I mean I can make him to co-host.
Yeah, you can also make him to co-host if also you two have. Let me see how. I've never done that before, but I noticed that people. I think now because I made you host, I cannot. So go to I don't know.
Multimedia.
Sorry? Sorry, my wife is watching movie.
No,
sorry?
It's not affecting.
It's very lovely. Sister Pat, welcome.
Good evening. I'm so sorry. I was actually listening to the book and doing some tidying up, so I got carried away. Sorry. Okay. Good evening. How are you?
No problem. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Happy new month of August. Welcome to the month of August.
Thank you. Hi, what's your daughter's name?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine.
Say hello, Jasmine. Hello.
How are you?
Doing her pretend play, role playing.
Bro, Eric, how are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, bro, Eric, how are you doing? So, I just want to let everybody know, we're going to start doing our meetings. That's what we're doing on Zoom. It's going to be live on YouTube.
Oh wow!
There'll be no need for double work. And I hope you're not hearing a lot of the background noise here.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're also going to be live on YouTube. So today is going to be like our first trial as it pertains to our book review. Welcome. And we're going to get started. So the book is called Abundance Mindset versus Poverty Mindset. So we're just going to go around and hear from everyone as it pertains to this book, and then we'll go from there.
Mommy, let me sit for
Okay, can I start? Hello?
Who wants to start?
I'll have a go.
Okay.
I'll start. Can you hear me clearly though? Because I'm using my ear.
Yeah,
wireless earpiece.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So. Give me a moment. Okay. I'm at a meeting right now. Can you take Emmy to the living room? Go to your daddy, please. Take Emmy to daddy. I'm at a meeting right now and I need silence. Okay, quietness, please. All right, so right, the book. Wow. The book, I'll first say generally, it's condensed with loads of useful information and knowledge, like all condensed in that book, and things we're learning in the Billionaires Secrets Mentorship Group. Lots of that information is also contained there. So I just started listening to the book today, right? Because I've had my my daily schedule has been packed. I've been very busy, but I just found time today to start to do this, so I don't have any excuse anyway. So yeah. So what I can take away from the book is ignorance of finances or financial planning is what leads to poverty. Really, the people with the poverty mindset, first, their ignorance of basically how to handle money. Number two, they're afraid. Number three, they want to live up, how do they say it? Living up to the Joneses, or yeah. So they see wealthy people as aspirational goals. So with the little they have, or with whatever they're getting, they try and aspire to be like those people, not knowing the things the wealthy people know that put them in that position of wealth. So with the little they have, they spend recklessly, trying to live up to the Joneses, you see, that kind of thing. But to overcome this, you have to be with the right people. Learn from people that have proven these principles, generally principles of wealth making. Can you hear me? Or it's frozen or something? I don't.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. To overcome this, to get rid of the ignorance, first of all, once you acquire the knowledge of the laws of money, ignorance can be very devastating. First, some people don't even realize that there are laws to money. I mean, that there's principles to wealth. They just think, oh, let me live from paycheck to paycheck, pay bills. Whatever I have left, now only one life I live, now only one life I get, me, I enjoy. So whatever change they have, they will blow it, not thinking about the future. So the first thing is to realize that that's a dangerous way of living. To step back and begin to look over how I've been spending, where has it led me to? If I continue like this in the next 5 years, where is it going to lead me? Also, look at examples of people that maybe in the past, maybe they had jobs or they had a visible means of income, but somewhere down the line, when their jobs were taken from them, after a while, they went into penury and poverty. Learn from both the rich and poor, basically. Now, another principle is surround yourself with the right crowd. Because if you're following chickens, if you're following people that are just like you, you're going to end up in a ditch. But if you bring yourself out of that, firstly, by realizing that, oh, I'm only digging my grave, my financial grave, if I continue in this path. First, realize that, bring yourself out and look for mentors or look for people that have become wealthy. Don't just admire them, ask them their secrets. And it's not everybody's, that you go to ask. It's people with a track record of wealth, sustainable, that has grown over time. Go to them, ask for help. One can ask them for mentorship. I want to know what you know. I need to order my financial life and all that. So that gets rid of the ignorance, and it takes time. It takes time. Finally show up and build up, so that with the principles you're acquiring from them, one is acquiring from them, one will learn that, okay, I have to minimize my expenses. I have to keep my life simple and basic. First things first, whatever money I'm getting, I have to learn to pay myself. Of course, I have obligations, bills and all that kind of thing, but before making those priority, I should decide the certain percentage I want to keep to myself, keep for myself, save that, do my obligations. And with that savings, from that savings, if I do the savings consistently, I can build up a pot. And I don't just want my savings to just sit there and not produce. I need it to multiply. So then again, another journey. I have to start looking for viable investments. And I have to be careful of pitfalls, because when I have a lot of money saved up, different opportunities might be calling me, get rich quick schemes and all that, but those ones are not sustainable. I should be looking at long-term investments that are sustainable through the long term. So financial advisors could help to a certain extent, but even according to DSA, some financial advisors don't even have their own financial lives ordered. So I have to go after knowledge, seek after knowledge, and find out the investment I want to make. I need to know, I have to have knowledge, good knowledge about it before putting my money into it. And the investment I should be looking at is long-term, not just something quick, something quick will fade away, will fly away. But yeah, that's just one way. I'll stop here and let someone else take over, please. I'm sorry if I've gone past the allotted time.
No
Yeah.
problem. No problem. Sister Adela, our host for today's meeting.
Oh.
We were trying something before everyone came, but she's the host. I don't know if maybe she's not available. Yeah, this book is just piggyback a lot of the things that we are hearing with DSA as it pertains to the millionaire mentorship. It just let us know that we're living the way we were living before was, my God, totally different to the way we are living now. The money, when the money comes in, it goes out. It just says that us that are living page to page, we're just living without any principle, without any sense of financial direction. And that's the result we were more or less experiencing in our lives because of the little thing that we knew about money. And I was now beginning to think that, wow, so you mean that everything I knew about money is by what I saw my parents did with money. All my years through high school, all my years through college, all my years in going to church, there was never anything, there was never any teaching that you will hear as it pertains to money. So therefore you were just, and if I would have lived my life that way, where nobody sat me down and said, listen, as you're growing up, this is what you need to know about money. These are the principles, these are the laws. There was none of that. So therefore, it didn't matter how much money I make. It didn't matter how much job I was doing, because eventually you would just be spending, and you would just be following the dictates of money. Money will tell you spend on this, you just spend on that. Money will tell you spend on that, you just spend on that. So it just, in this book, you learn that there's a difference between there's a difference between abundance and there's a difference between the mindset of poverty. And that the difference between the two is financial knowledge. And there's a difference between financial knowledge and educational knowledge, that you can be so educated as it pertains to, maybe you have your degree, you have your master's. You can be so well educated, and then at the same time, when it comes to financial stuff, you don't know much. And the truth, that has been very true in my life, that when it comes to money, it's not until I think a couple of years ago that I started hearing that there's the laws of money. I was like, the laws of money. And that's what you get also when you read Money Will Not Make You Rich. So for our circumstance to change, we ourselves must change. If there's no change in me, if there's no change on the inside of me, if there's no change inside of me, there cannot be any change. And that kind of is foreign with what we hear in the African church, where you just sow a seed and then all of a sudden supernaturally finances will just have a 100-fold return. And this book debunks all those theories, that the change must first of all begin, and the first place of change is acquiring financial knowledge, and then also going ahead and now I'm trying to find the word now putting those laws or putting those principles into practice. That there is and the first step by us changing our financial life is you and I taking responsibility of our finances. Our finance will not change just because of the nation we are living in, and it will not change because of the city that are living in. And that's very true. When everyone talks about New York, they say New York is the financial capital of the world. That everybody, if you're going to make it, you can make it in New York. But also in this in a city that has so much great wealth, but also there's much poverty also. So the nation that you are living in And that's the excuse I remember people used to give in Nigeria that, things are hard, the government is not good, even though there's some truth to that, but also even with that, there are still some people in that nation that are prospering, and there are some people in this nation that also in America, in New York, that are prospering, that the fact that you are in a nation that is prospering or not prospering, that still should not decide your financial lack or your financial future. So we just need to take responsibility of finance, and when we do that, we will see things change in our life. I'll stop there and I'll give room for someone else to speak.
No.
I've been learning a lot. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. This is a topic that is very, very interesting, and it's a topic that one really needs to learn much about it, because especially growing up in the environment where most of us grew up, we were unknowingly programmed for failure, even though not intentional. The people that raised us, many of them had very good intentions, but unfortunately, maybe they didn't know any better, and the environment was not that conducive for us. So this is a topic that is really very important. Like we're saying, knowledge is a foundation, and that is where everything begins. And you also discover that even when it comes to people that are even in the financial sector, a number of them, they only talk theory. Some of them, they have not really done the hands-on practice of what they preach. They only talk the thing. So what this underscores is that in the place of taking advice, we have to be mindful of where we take advice from. Because if we take advice from somebody who has done it, has gotten results, and is sharing from their own experience, is a different thing from taking advice from somebody who read from books and then is coming to share that knowledge, who has not really uh, done it themselves. So abundance mindset versus poverty mindset. Um, Sometimes abundance mindset takes responsibility, knows that if it is to be, it is up to me. I am the one to make it happen. There is a work for me to do, even though there is a place of God's favor and there is a place of God, but there is still something that, as a human being, abundance mindset understands that I need to do something. But when it comes to poverty mindset, these are the ones that are easily deceived by religion. They just push all responsibility onto God and think that God is going to do everything. Yes, God has power to do everything, but when it comes to this, God partners with man to have things done. So poverty mindset also, just think about the immediate, think about today, and does not bother much about tomorrow, that tomorrow will take care of itself. But the tomorrow that is not planned for, you cannot, it's very unlikely that one will get into it. So even though, just like Sapath was saying, even though there are bills, there are things to handle, but we must be disciplined enough to put something aside and then uh, find a way to multiply it. So, and these things are in stages, And this thing also adds up. Poverty mindset also has this idea of things happening so quickly. It doesn't have a long-term plan, you know, just want things to happen now. But abundance mindset knows that these things are is a process. So you just have to follow through the process. And if you can follow through the process, then more than likely you're going to get the results. And even when it comes to investment, there are there are even instances where some people can be investing, yet they will still have poverty mindset. And those are the kind of people that lose money. I just learned recently, and not too long ago, I was reading one of Robert Kiyosaki's book. Though I read it some time ago before, but when I read it again, it made more sense. Even in investments, there has to be a plan. And then when one has the investment plan, then you can then choose the vehicles that are needed. And the plan spans through a period of time, not just somebody going into this particular deal and thinking that is this deal that is going to solve all my financial problems, is going to make me rich. But it's a program that leverages on past successes and past, so to say, failures, because those failures are the learning experiences that you learn from, and then you build and become wiser. And most times, what poverty mindset we consider as failure, abandoned mindset just take them as life lessons and learn from them and move forward. So it's really very important that we um, look into this. And also another thing I want to point out is that someone with abundance mindset understands that there is a lot of learning that has to be done. Not just learning, but also unlearning, because there are so many other things that we picked up at our younger ages that we have come to discover that they are not true. And we have to unlearn all such things, then learn new ones. Except for some people that were privileged to have grown up in homes where their guardians or parents have already had understanding of these things we're talking about, and then they raise them with those principles. But if one grew up in an environment that was not like that, then you probably pick up some things that were not the right ones from the home, from the school system, from the environment, from religion, and from the media. So there is a whole lot of unlearning that has to be done. And when it comes to our part of the world, there is a whole lot of poverty mindset. And it doesn't mean someone that has poverty mindset is somebody that does not have money. There are some people that they have money, but they still have poverty mindset. There is someone I know that he likes living by the expectations of others. He's a grown-up person, but he cannot decide for himself and stand his ground. He likes pleasing other people. And then, the roads in Nigeria are very bad in many places. So the guy wanted to buy a vehicle, and then he went to import a vehicle that is actually very low. It's not an SUV. It's very low, and then the kind of roads that he applies, he cannot even use a vehicle. So right now, the guy doesn't even use a vehicle because when the vehicle came, he tried taking it out once, and then the bumper, because of the potholes, the thing just pulled off the bumper. And that very day, he had to spend as much as 40,000 naira to fix some things that were damaged on the vehicle. So he just had to park the vehicle. So it doesn't mean that one that has poverty mindset in all instances does not have money. But when somebody has money but does not know the loss of money, that also amounts to poverty mindset. So knowledge is something that one really needs to take very seriously. And then when we get that knowledge, we begin to practice it, put it into practice, and learn from the outcome that we get from there. So I'll be stopping at this point.
Thank you so much. That was very good. Sister Adele, are you there?
Finally, the host.
The host is
the
here.
Composed host of the meeting. The turned host by Pastor Nero. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. Actually, because of the past exam and the assignment that we've done, it's very easy for me to just take my notes again and revise. But one of the things that been the takeaway for me for this topic is the fact that poverty is the real poverty in terms of definition is the state of the mind. That is all about what you know and what you don't know. That when you talk about poverty, it's just like it's a state of ignorance. And from that scriptural place in the book of, is it now, that says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. That every time there is a knowledge deficit, there is always a cause that is attached to it. So what you don't know can be killing you. So that is the first thing. So if we are ever going to get rid of poverty or any form of in our in our in our lives, it starts from the place of first knowing. Just like before we started this meeting now, I was asking Pastor Niron about some question about how you can stream live on some devices and on some platform, and he was trying to put me to, if I remain in that state of of assumption of not knowing something and I don't reach out to those that know, that deficit of knowledge is going it's going to cost me. So first thing is owing that you don't know something, appreciating the fact that there are people out there that knows it, and when you go out there to, just like success always leave a question, and you don't always have to reinvent the wheel. It is going to definitely shorten your learning curve to any state or any feat you want to achieve in life. And so with money too, that when you don't know knowledge about money, and everything we have been taught is just only by our professors, our lecturers in university that did not even start one business for one day or never did have any idea about business, and they are the ones teaching us about how to be rich, we can design our certificate, is not the best place to give us the real knowledge and the real concept about poverty and abundance mindset. So for me, one of the things that I want to say again, that it's like poverty mindset don't like to take risks. See, me, I'm just using my life as an example. This program that I've been shouting I do, now I'm not shouting, that I've been putting myself all out there saying I'm doing is a risk. When we talk about the mindset, somewhere in my mindset, the time you say, hey, Giola, if nobody shows up, you, you know, that is the state of the mind. But the ability for me to move away from that state of mind to an empowered state of mind where I believe that me just trying to take a step to do something that I know is right, and regardless of whether 10 people show up or one person show up, is better than the version of me that says, what if nobody shows up and I did not attempt to do anything? So I believe that whatever the outcome of this kind of experience that I'm giving myself is going to promote me and push me to another state of life and experience, and that will help me and inform me better on how I can do things in the future. So I see why it is very, very important for any one of us who want to achieve financial independence, want to achieve great feat financially. We must be able to learn to take risk, and then we will not be afraid of making any mistake, because it is in those mistakes that we are going to grow tough muscles that is going to make us to become an authority in any. And a poverty minded person always want to please everybody, want to do only things that people will approve, want to be in the approval for everybody. Okay, if everybody is doing this, it's okay. And nobody wants to rock their boat. Everybody's no. So if you want to be among those that are rocking the world, you must know that if the majority of people are doing this, they are going this way, you have to go the other way, because if they take unpopular steps. So people with poverty mindset, they believe that education is the key to abundance, and said it. And if education is the key to abundance, why any problem? The car they have been riding since 1987 when they joined the university, pardon me, so is what they are still using. You can only see the gray hair and all the long, you know. So, and also another myth out there is for us to think that because you are righteous, you fast, you do 40 days fasting, dry fasting and praying, you do all those things, and that's going to make you rich. Giving money alone does not make you rich. If you don't know the loss of money, if you give all your money to charity, it means you are ignorant, you will be poor. There is a place for it and there's a place for the bread. You don't eat the seed, it's only the bread that you eat. So you have to sow the seed. You must constantly sow the seed and apply it back to whatever source that is producing it. That is how it can be multiplied. So I don't know if I'm taking more time. What is Pastor Nero?
You are the host, so you can go as long as you want.
No, okay, I've just said the time because I was talking. I didn't look at it, so that it not be like I'm taking it. Okay, I've seen that we still have some few minutes more. So, so, so wise people know that money is not to be spent, but it must first be invested. So we need to look for books, teachings, tapes, um, YouTube channel. That's my second school that teaches about money and financial education. So that by us going through those process of self-education in finance, will become, will become continuously empowered in our knowledge to know what is working and what is trending, what are the best place to invest, what are the steps to take. And so also another point that I wrote then was that when poverty-minded people, they stay in the envir in the environment, but abundance-minded people change their environment. They change their environment. That is telling us about, if somebody say, if you are living in DC and you are living in Baltimore like somebody like me, you know the difference. So a poverty-minded person say, let's just stay in this small common environment, But somebody that's in DC, the opportunity that will be available for him or her will be different from somebody like me that is in. So that is also telling us that when you want to be financially strong and free, you must learn to embrace and make friends with your friend of the future. This thing, I'm not working in this light, in this route, but I know it is a fact that you want to make friends with those kind of people you want to be your future, you want your future to be in less years. So those are the people you want to be in their environment constantly. This time around, the environment may not now be in the local geographical environment for now, but like when you wake up with their tapes. When you sleep with their books. When you are quoting, it's not like so. Let me stop here. Something like that. That's what I'm trying to. I think we are having like 10 minutes more there. So these are some of the jottings that I've done and on the book before now when we first did it with DSA. So I think I've been able to share little things about what. Thank you, everybody. And if you have not registered, please go and register for 7 days challenge, 5-day challenge. Pastor Nino, over to you. Thank you.
So if you have not registered for Sister Deola's 5-day challenge, please go ahead and register. Let's support her. I don't know why she shows 2 p.m. because 2 p.m. me and my work, but at least we'll do our best. But for you guys that are in Nigeria and UK, you guys should be at least okay. So if you can support her and maybe invite a friend, that would be great also. So for me, it's just important for us to learn and to adapt. Our future is predicated on the ability to learn new things and to make the necessary adjustments. If we just keep doing things the same way over and over and over and think that somehow things will change, we are only deceiving ourselves. So we really need to learn and make the necessary adjustments in our life. And I believe that as we are all studying, taking this millionaire mentorship course, and we are applying these principles, and that's kind of my fear as it pertains to this mentorship group, that people are coming there, but are they going to apply what they're hearing? And that's just and I think that that getting us to the place of applying will take a lot of work, because it's going to take a lot of self-discipline, self-denial, to be able to get yourself to the place where you are saving a part of your money, to get yourself to not buy liabilities, and to get yourself to a place where you are willing, just like I think Sister Diola said, that's willing to take risk, and then you are always learning new things. You're always reading on finance. You're not just saying, well, okay, I've listened to DSA, I got it, and then you're running away with it. No, you are still maybe even going back to some of those messages to see if you can learn some more as it pertains to the things that you're saying. So it's just very important for us to always strive to learn new things in the area of finance. And please, and this is something that everyone does that I like, especially Brian Eric. Anytime Brian Eric sees something, he sees a quote, he sees something, he posts it. And I want to encourage all of us, we should all be like that, because knowledge is out there, and then we need to, and if there's anything that needs to spread amongst ourselves, amongst Africans, it has to do with this. We need to get rid of this poverty mindset and become have an abundance mindset. And if our mind can capture it, then there's no limit to what we can accomplish with our life. Let's get rid of this ignorance and let's become skillful as it pertains to money. And the Lord will help us all in Jesus' name. I don't know if anyone else wants to say anything.
Yeah, I have some.
Yes.
I need to plead with you. I may not be able to join. Are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Adiola.
Oh, Sister Adiola.
Yes, I'm here. It's okay, bro.
Because I'm fully booked. Apart from that, I'm doing concurrent. I'm fully booked, also coupled with Uncle Sam. So it's really been challenging for me. You understand, Sha?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. All the same, I wish to success. Maybe some other time we'll be able to join up.
Maybe next time we'll do 40-day challenge.
Exactly. 100 days.
Pastor Nero.
Sorry?
Now you go host that one.
Me? I can't, no problem. 40-day challenge.
Your house, we are not plenty. There is no need to it's virtual. We'll come to your house.
Oh, okay.
Accommodation free. Everything. Just wake up.
No problem. I'll just get a house like DSA, and then anyone can come if they want. Oh, okay. Sister Pat, you want to say anything?
Sorry, I muted myself. Yeah. Not much to add. I think we've all put our said you see, very important stuff.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is all the knowledge we're acquiring, we're getting, like Pastor Nero said, application is key. Mm-hmm. We're not just acquiring knowledge to get a fat head or to say, oh, we know stuff. No, the proof is applying it and getting results. I mean, that's when it's it stays with us.
Yes.
So that's my parting shot. So yeah. Hello?
Hello, yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. It was great. Let's continue reading. I know that we're all busy, even me myself, very busy, but when we all come together, we help and support each other to get to where God wants us to be. So thank you all so much. If you have not registered, Sister Adela, am I supposed to register or I don't have to register? Huh?
You have to register, my pastor.
You have to register. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So well, thank you all so much. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. I don't have the next book right now, but let's continue reading. And we'll see some of you all in the Millennial Mentorship. All right. Have a good night.
You as well. Bye, everyone.
Since we are reading, money will not make you rich on that platform. Maybe we should also continue it also on our side.
Which one?
Money will not make you rich. Since that is the book for this section.
Okay, maybe we'll do that one next. You're right. Maybe we'll make that the next book.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so.
Yeah. How you go end down now?
It's me. You that's gonna end it. You're the host. I don't know how to unhost you.
Hey, I will leave it. I will not end it.
Please end it though, because it will continue playing on YouTube.
I'm joking. So, Pastor, when I finish, do you still have answer for my question or have you actually?
What's the question?
For Facebook.
Yeah.
With this Zoom.
Yeah. So. I think. So do you have to do sharing?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to use Zoom, and then you have to put on the part that allows you to live stream.
Okay.
Yeah. So like right now, when I came on live, I saw the icon, I clicked it, and it gave me two options: live on Zoom, no, live on Facebook, or live on YouTube. So I click live on YouTube. So they allow me. So they
allow you to do.
That's the only thing. I didn't try, so I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that is the difference.
That's the only thing I don't know.
But with StreamYard, you can do more than one platform.
StreamYard, you can do more than one platform.
Yeah, that's.
So I think you might you should just use StreamYard for now.
And the person that wants to share his screen, can I still add him on Zoom to come, or how? Will you be able to do that?
But if you're gonna do it, to tell you the truth, if you're gonna do Zoom, my suggestion is that you should practice it.
My phone. Don't play on me.
So practice. Make sure you practice it to see if it works. If it works, then it works. And then whatever. If it doesn't work, then you have to just make the adjustments that you have to make.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
I will try that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we're looking forward for the 5-day challenge.
Yes. Fired up. Let me end. My regards to Madam. Motiri, processing. I better see make I better shopping. I'll check listing.
Oh, okay. No problem. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Enjoy your week. Ashimari, evening, Abby.
Yeah, is it 2 hours?
All right.
Yeah. All right.
End meeting now.
Yeah.
End for all.